Great day, beautiful people. Michelle, the Sensual Shaman, back with you for some beautiful messages from Spirit for this beautiful new moon, solar eclipse. Happy Thursday, happy Jupiter day. Hello, good to see you again. Um, Today I'm being asked to enter into this reading a little bit more slowly. There needs to be some levity created, you guys. Um, there's no need to make yourself wrong for feeling whatever you're feeling. You're not wrong for having your feelings, right? So I'm making you, I shouldn't be feeling like this. But you are. So why are you placing a judgment on it? Like you are. You're experiencing grief or shame or um, insecurity, right? You're feeling the fear. Don't make yourself bad on top of it, right? Don't make yourself the bad guy, right? So we've got the card repel, enjoy, and protection. And so I'm wanting us to practice a little bit of Reiki and prayer before we get into these beautiful new moon messages and questions and insights. So I will put a timestamp here if you guys would like to just forward to the reading. But I do invite you that if you have some time, maybe even come back to this video so that you can receive the Reiki. And then because Reiki really opens up your own channels and your own incredible intuitive powers, right? So you will not only be able to hear the messages, but you will feel them and they will resonate because the Reiki helps activate us and align us with the divine universe, powers, God, however you see it and name it. But it helps ground the practice and then open you up to the messages later. So let's go ahead and get started with some beautiful Reiki. Take a deep breath in and out. I invite you to close your eyes and either put your hands up and open on your thighs or left hand over your heart, right hand over your belly or womb, or simply prayer, hands in prayer pose, whatever feels good for you. Just find a comfortable position and breathe in deeply and exhale completely. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Oh, Spirit, divine Spirit guides, guardians, and protectors, we open up this portal today to convene with you, to receive the messages for our highest good, to ground us in our knowing, to help us activate everything that we already know, Spirit. So we ask you to come into this space today. Grant us the clarity, the wisdom, and the knowing, so that we might move in the spirit of you. Coming back into yourself. You are safe here. You are safe in this moment. You are safe in this body. You are protected. Breathing in. Continuing to breathe. Smiling to yourself because today is the greatest day. The fact that you are here and breathing and alive and hearing and feeling is evidence enough that you are deserving, that your dreams are still choosing you, that there is still heart work to be done. And as you think of all of your dreams and everything that you want to create, remember to think about it with a sense of levity. You get to do so much in this world. You get to choose how you want love to be expressed through you. And the way that love is expressed through you is a beautiful, beautiful, unique blueprint, fingerprint. No one is going to express love the way you do. And that is exactly why you are here. It is exactly why you are breathing. Because love is craving expression through you. And isn't that so sweet? And isn't that so exciting? That your ancestors have trusted you with this dream. Do not call them a liar. The universe is so much more intelligent than you or I. And Spirit is saying, trust us. Trust what we put in your heart. Use up your energy. Use it up in every relationship, with every lover, in every conversation with your loved ones. Use yourself up. Let the love that is in your body be poured into your life. Let not a drop remain at the end of the day. Use all your love, and if you have any at the end of the day, use it on yourself. Begin the day pouring into yourself so that you can pour onto others. Use it up while you're in the car. Use it up as you're making your coffee. Use it up as you talk to your mother. Use up your love. Use it. Don't hoard it. That is why you have such deep pain in your chest. You are not moving the energy in you. So move. And to love is to move the energy. If you are feeling stuck, it is because you are attached to how the love will be received, or how it will be perceived, or if it will be returned. Just use it and let the universe take care of the rest. I promise you the love will be returned in some way, shape, or form. It is the law of nature. And at the end of the day, you will be so light because you used up your love. It is no longer just stuck in your chest, in your neck, in your knees, in your ankles. Use it up. You will not run out. The love follows you in your dreams. It is there when you wake up. It is in every breath. It is in the sunshine. It is in the blooming flowers. And it is in the cries and the laughs of babes. The love is everywhere. You're not going to run out of anything. You're not going to run out of ideas. You're not going to run out of people to love. You're not going to run out of love to give. So use it up. Make us proud. Right now, right now, right now, right now. Say your name and know who you are. We did not come and sit up here. The ancestors said they're not sitting up here wanting to enjoy a little show of you doubting yourself. That's not what you were put here to do. Be small. How uninspiring. And any sort of tightness that you feel, again, we say it is because the energy is not moving around, because you're hoarding all of your love, hoarding all of your knowledge, hoarding for what? Because you're scared you won't get it back. You're scared that it won't be received. We put it in you. Now let it flow out of you. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Slowly, slowly breathe and smile. Slowly, slowly breathe and smile and open your eyes. Woo! All right. All right. New moon. What's up? What you got for us? Let's go. Let's go. Hold on now, y'all. All right. Spirit said, why are you? Don't play about us. You think we dumb? Like, the universe is the most intelligent thing that ever existed, and we created you. The universe clearly delights in evolution, right? Like, that's why there's so many things. That's why there are lavender flowers and monkeys and butterflies and mushrooms that glow in the dark. It just, sometimes I like to look at the universe playfully, like, what are y'all doing? Where'd you get that from? Right? Like, we're living in science fiction. The card says, bring it into form. Bring it into form. I said fingerprint. Like, the way that you want to express, like, it is a unique blueprint, fingerprint. And I literally was just envisioning, like, it's your mark, right? And we have these footprints. Leave your mark, leave your legacy, and asking yourself, what do I want my legacy to be? I think I heard, I forget her last name, Rachel. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her last name. But she was the first person that I really saw the word love legacy. And I was like, yes, I love that. Not just legacy, but a love legacy. And thinking about, sorry, I'm noticing I'm dancing the card, but thinking about, what we want to do and how we want to be. And somebody informed me last week, like, hey, you speak in ambiguity sometimes. Like, you don't just say things clearly. And that is a form of manipulation sometimes, because what I'm wanting to say, I don't want to say it because I don't want to hurt the person, or I don't want to be perceived as mean or nasty, or, you know what I mean? I don't want to reject them. I don't want to make them feel bad about what they're doing or how they're operating. However, that's still a form of manipulation, because it's like, I have the truth, but I'm distorting it and turning it into something else that feels digestible, but I've diluted the message. And so I'm like, well, that's not how I want to be. That's not what I want my legacy to be. Right? And my legacy is how I leave people, right? People leave me and think, oh, Mache is, and, you know, of course, I don't really care about my legacy with just everybody, right? These are people that I consider friends, like, right? We have to be accountable to our people. And if my people are saying I'm manipulative, if my people are saying I'm vindictive, right? If my people are saying I'm nasty, and that's not what my people are saying about me, but you know what I mean? If your people are saying, like, hey, like, you create a bubble of pity around you, like, you're like, dang, I don't want them to feel that way about me, because I love them, right? These are my people. I want them to. So think about what you are bringing into form, right? Thinking about, like, what you are forming with your words, with your behavior, with how you carry yourself, right? And then I'm noticing also here in the photo, and I'm noticing that in a few of these cards, not all of them though, that the legs here are a little bit translucent, so you can see the bones. Like I said, I told you guys in May that we were getting to the nitty gritty. Like, we are getting to what has been calcified in your body and how we are needing to remove that, right? You've been hoarding love. You've been uh it's a pattern for you to be like, oh, I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. You have calcified jealousy, you have calcified envy, and it's like that has now almost become part of you, but it doesn't have to be. That's not your true nature, and that's why you feel so tight. That's why it feels so hard, because you've hardened. You can soften though. I believe in you. All right, what we got? Card number 41, bring it into form. You are being asked to honor yourself with a commitment to complete your inspired task. Your inspired task is to love. Your inspired task is to create that thing. Your inspired task is to be in community with those people. Your inspired task is to find the people and the person that loves you, right? This will help you to grow, and that is a wonderful reason to commit. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm about to get emotional. Okay. Spirits, I'm just trying to deliver the messages. Please don't do this to me. This will help you grow, and that is a wonderful reason to commit. But there is another reason too. You know that your inspired ideas are worth translating into practical form so that other people can access them and experience something special too. Come on. Like, I have this idea, you guys, and I'm like, it already is. Like, it's so like, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. And you guys are probably like, that it makes sense. Like, it's not gonna serve everyone. Of course, my things aren't gonna serve everything. Of course, all of my service or your products or your right, it's not gonna serve everybody, but it's gonna be special for somebody else too. And I'm looking at my vision board and it says connection, and that's what it is. Like, I'm feeling inspired to create something, and then I create it, and then you connect to it, and that is like, that's all we're ever trying to do. And it reminds me of these sacred geometry where everything is like, there's like a nucleus, and everything is trying to come together and get back into that point, right, into that oneness, right? All of these things, these are all these little kind of bright spots. That's all of us trying to connect into this interweb with one another, right? Interweb. Web, you guys. There are things that we are dreaming up and weaving together. And I'm going to share with you guys something that came up when I was in my sister Nina's writing workshop. Me, Nina, and Charisse. And we wrote this beautiful poem together, the three of us. We each wrote a sentence. And I realized as we were writing it, I was like, this is a collective becoming. We are collective. We are together experiencing this, right? You're kind of writing something, and then, ooh, okay, now that you wrote that, I'm feeling this. And now these lines of poetry are becoming a thing. It's becoming a short story. It's becoming a sci-fi novel. Like, we literally ended it and we were like, yo, this is a short film, collectively becoming something together. And that is what we're all trying to do anyway. And the fact that you won't let yourself become, the fact that you won't do the things you want to do, you are a missing link. We need you. Your people need you. Whoever, whatever your web is in this world, in this life, eventually it connects to me, right? Because I do believe we're all interconnected. Mama Ayahuasca told me so, right? That when you hoard yourself, your gifts, your love, right? When you see your sister as competition and not as another embodiment of you, you then detach from that connection. You are severing ties that the universe is like, they're actually more alike than she realizes. And like, they could really learn from each other if they would just get over themselves, right? Or rather, not get over themselves, get into themselves and into each other, right? You are cutting off this connection. And then once one of these lights go out, like, we have to sort of take some responsibility, not only for ourselves, but because, Nina, thank you, sis, we are also have to be accountable to someone else outside of ourselves. So your dreams, as I've said so many times, the spirit has told us so many times, your dreams are not just yours, a tribe of dreams. That's why I felt the ancestors like looking down, like, hello, we gave her everything we could. We gave you everything. Woo! Child. Wow. All right, y'all. Let me get it together. We gave you everything. We sacrificed so much. And you, right now, right? It's not just about what our parents and our ancestors have done for us, but we have sacrificed so much. Come on now. Come on now. Stop hoarding your love. Stop hoarding your ideas. Come on now. Bring it into form. If you have been thinking about writing a book, painting a picture, or acting on an inspiration or an idea, then this oracle is bringing you an unequivocal yes. Do it now. Don't dally or dither about the details or worry about how it's all going to work out. The universe is more intelligent than you. The universe loves a bold spirit. Ashe. Listen, you know this because there is an energy to people who are just confident. I'm in relationship with a man like that right now. I'm just like, you just get it. Like there is something attractive about somebody who will just be themselves. You know that. That's why you're attracted to people like that. Not just attracted, but just like you feel pulled towards them. You're like, man, I really like how they be. Right? I like how they be. And the universe loves a bold spirit. Your ancestors love a bold spirit. Once you take a step, it will rush towards you like an enthusiastic and chivalrous lover, opening doors, hand gently guiding at your lower back as you are moved forward. And you are always being moved forward. It is your stagnation and your hesitancy that is making you feel stuck. You will promptly be provided with all that you need to take the next step. There's a sacrifice inherent in translating the perfection of an idea into the limited physical form. Bruh. Yes, I got on my yoga pants, y'all. Look, I want to be cute and comfy. Sorry, we got to say that again. There is a sacrifice inherent in translating the perfection of an idea. Like I said, y'all, like it makes sense. Like, oh my God, yes, and this is who yes. Translating that perfect idea into the physical form is a sacrifice, right? Because the physical form is limited. Like, I was trying to explain to somebody why I love the person that I love, and I'm like, I don't know. They just got the combination key. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I can't tell you how the perfection of us makes sense in this physical form. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, but they don't have this, or you don't have that, and you're not really but there's perfection here, and I can't explain it to you. Although something may be lost when turning a multidimensional concept of endless potential into something concrete, this oracle guides you to realize that there is much more to be gained. I'm going to say that again. Although something may be lost when turning a multidimensional concept into something concrete, this oracle guides you to realize that there is much more to be gained. I know you're trying to think of everything in the in-between, but man, it is the art, it is the act of creating and then exploring that project with other people. That's what you're here to gain, not trying to, well, how do I make it make sense? And I need to get it. I need to get it. No, you need to be it. You don't need to get anything. Shout out to Q who told me that. Like, I don't need to get me. I am me. I don't need to get the book. It's just there. I just know, right? Intuitive knowing, People's Oracle told us that Pisces teaches us. I can't tell you how I know, right? Gemini is like, let me tell you why I know. Let me show you. Let me articulate it for you. Let me put it into a concept. Whereas Pisces is just like, I know what I know, right? There's so much more to be gained. You must become free of this inspiration so that you can receive your next inspiration. There's so much love that wants to be expressed through you, and you sitting on this. Why are you sitting on this? You're silly. It is already waiting for you, so you must go. This oracle also confirms that the information you need to translate your ideas into form will be provided according to the higher wisdom of life, the higher intelligence of the universe. It may or may not happen by traditional routes, even if it seems unimaginable. When it is time for something to be born into form, nothing can stop it. Mm. Nothing can stop it. When it is supposed to be born into form, nothing can stop it. I'm thinking about my sisters right now. I'm thinking about Maria, Sister Shaman, right now. I was resisting meeting Sister Shaman. I was like, I don't know. I don't really know if she's for me. And then I did my first oracle reading with her. My cousin went to go see her first, and that's why I was like, maybe there is something there. And like he had a really good experience. And then eventually we found each other, right? There was a sisterhood. There was a mother-daughter relationship. There was a shamanic relationship that needed to be formed, and nothing, not even my ego, not even my judgments, not even my side-eyeing could stop it. And I am feeling that song. Let's all listen to it over the next 3 weeks. Ain't no stopping us now. And even though, what lyrics say, even though you have a long, long way to go, how we'll get there, I don't know. Come on. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting ourselves together. We're polishing up our act now. And if you've ever been held down before, I know that you refuse to be held down anymore. Like, come on, bro. It's gospel at this point. Whew. If you have also, okay. Sacred Fool. To anybody that came to my last Reiki Reflect class with Haji Healing Salon, if you were there, hello message. Sacred Fool, we pulled that card. Feel assured that your path of success is not going to unfold according to the usual rules and regulations. All right, so my 4 sisters who showed up to that class, it might happen in ways that surprise you and others, but it will happen. It is meant to be. It is meant to be. If it wants to come into form, if you don't let it, it will come through someone else, maybe in your lineage, maybe a close friend, like, because it wants to be birthed. My eroticism wants to be birthed. Like, it needs, like, it's like, girl, the sauce, baby, you got to let the people taste it. And if I don't do it, the universe is going to find a way to have it be expressed, because love is consistently trying to be expressed. That's why evolution is. It's like, that's why we feel that desire to create and procreate, because inherently things want to be addressed. Things need to be faced and shared. Things need to be faced and shared. And I'm thinking about generational trauma. We've been hearing people. I had my sister Chrissy Joy in our liberation. I can call her Chrissy. I don't know if y'all can. Our ancestral liberation talk. It was like things will perpetuate in the family until someone is brave enough to face it and say it and fix it. I did. I said something, and there's some other things I still need to say. And if I don't, it will perpetuate. It has to, because no one's talking about it. No one's saying anything. Duh, of course people are going to keep doing things because they keep getting away with it because no one will say anything no more, right? um that's why maybe even the dreams feel so big, because there's so many people who didn't. There's so many dreams unrealized, and here you are, baby. Just oh my god, it's so much. I know it's so much. But that's why you gotta, what did this just say? You have to allow the inspiration and pour it out so that the next wave of inspiration can come. You got a lot of, and not in this sort of like you got a lot of things to do, but baby, you got a lot of things to do. And that's exciting. Say it with some excitement. I got a lot of things to do. If black folks don't know nothing, it's how to put the perfect little tonality and melody on some shit to make it like, okay, I got a lot of things to do today. Okay. Like, I got a lot of things to do. I got a lot of love to give. Ashe, what's the healing process? We're in it. Okay. Let's see. I'm not feeling that. I think that spirit wants to give us something. Light something up for the new moon solar eclipse. Light something up. Light up yourself. Commune with your people. Maybe watch a movie together. Create some levity. All right? Create some levity. I'm loving my little blue artificial flowers. They're great though. Like they just, I love it. So light, right? Bring some light into your home. Light up your appearance. Light up your home with candles or lights. What's that, spirit? That's a lot. Hold on. We're gonna keep, because 4 came out last time. 4. So I want to show you guys what I'm looking at. So insecurity card came out. Light breaking through. The love breaks all that up. I'm not insecure I'm not insecure about Nina. We're both writers. And sometimes that I remember even my friend, my sister Cree, who I practiced ayahuasca with, who was in my journey with me, she wrote something and I'm like, I'm not that good. And I told my friend and I told my homegirl, I was like, she's such a better writer than me. My sister Shaylina was like, you're a different writer. I like how you write. Like the way that you write is like this. And yes, the way that she writes is very, it is what it is. I'm drawing comparisons, and Spirit's like, that's not what you're here to do. Right? So the insecurity that I was feeling about my sister Cree and her beautiful words, I no longer feel like, oh, people will prefer her because the way that she writes is so much more ethereal, or you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm too simple. It's too simple. And the fact that I'm comparing myself is making me harden. It's making me not want to share. It's making me hold. It's making me hoard, right? But when I just say, man, I love how she writes, and I'm so grateful that like people get to experience writers like her and me. Like the fact that the two of us exist in the same lifetime, amazing. Like the way that she expresses her femininity is so beautiful. And then the way that I do mine is also magnificent. There's nothing better. No one's doing it the more right way. I'm doing it the right way for me. And it's like people can connect to Cree and I. Like there is no choosing. It can, like there is a wholeness that is created when there is so much diversity. Right? We know this. So the being able to see something with loving eyes breaks up that stagnant heart energy that tells you to see yourself as lesser than, to making yourself feel worse, to closing yourself off, right? He's closing himself off. I don't want to close myself off from people. I want to open myself up. I want to feel new things. I want to experience new perspectives. I want to experience this new, right? So opening ourselves up. We've got the perseverance card, which is giving me butterfly vibes. Light up. I'm seeing light again. Lighting a candle to invite benevolent spirits in so that you may be guided to your heart, right? Into those questions and answers. And this abundance card is telling me that when we overthink what something's supposed to look like, we put ourselves in the losing circle, right? When I worry, I already set up the energy of the things of me thinking that I'm gonna lose it. You're worried that you're gonna lose it or lose something or be called a loser. But set yourself up in the mornings as a winner. I don't know, and get some better people in your life. Okay, moving on. And we've got the victim card, green heart chakra. We've got all four different chakras. Oh, we've got all the first four chakras in order. Wow. I am the sensual shaman and I am a Reiki master. My website is having a little few hiccups, so email me. All my information is down below, but definitely some chakra clearing is happening. The right insecurity, root chakra, perseverance, sacral, second chakra, solar plex, third chakra, heart chakra, fourth chakra. Like it's all in order, y'all. So you're doing great. You're doing it exactly right. Victim. I was confronted this week about putting myself in victimhood and not saying what I needed to say, um, because I'd been told through my sexual trauma that that your body, right, through sexual trauma, you're kind of taught that your body is not your own and that your body is betraying you in some way. And there's an inner conflict between you and your body, which is why I am so, it is such a breakthrough that I've even named myself the sensual shaman and that I've even used masturbation as a healing practice, because I was a victim for so long. And I'm realizing that I still have those tendencies in my language, right? Um, being very mindful about the victim language that you might use, and that comes in the form of uh, I'm trying to give you guys a good example. Just not naming what you want because you think, well, I just have to conform and confine to, well, whatever is happening around me. And it's like, no, I am the authority. I am sovereign. I have choice, right? Victims think they don't have a choice. And that was the story for many of us as children or even recently, right? Feels like we were a bit like something happened to us, and in order to rise we must see ourselves as powerful, and that I don't have to, if I don't want to do something, I don't have to. And you don't even have to be a victim of envy. You don't have to be a victim of guilt. It is very important, as my sister Nina said, to have a grieving process, right? To grieve your victimhood and to grieve the fact that you've now chosen to put yourself in victimhood, but don't make yourself wrong for feeling like a victim. Don't make yourself feel wrong. That is something that is hardened in front and inside of you. And that's going to take some practice to create some levity and some softness. So, in order to create some softness, spirit, how do we create some softness? to allow those things that have hardened in us. How do we soften that? How do we begin? Loosen your grip. Loosen your grip. Density, let God in. And then we've got deep love, birth as a portal. And I'm not even gonna share that with y'all yet, because I feel like I need to get my girls in the room too, because I didn't say it and I need y'all to hear it from the woman who did say it. So I'm not trying to hoard the knowledge, y'all, but I will say this: you're not a victim. You have choice now. You are amazing. You have had a taste of your power, of what you can do, and so stop being so hard on yourself. Right, loosen your grip. Be like, hey, like I did what I could at that moment. Like I have more information now. I'm gonna do better next time. And then this deep love, birth as a portal. It's like you get to choose now if you were going to love yourself deeper, if you were going to believe in yourself and have some devotion to your dreams. Birth as a portal. And the birthing is, I want to say it is a choice, but it's also like it is something that's happening to you, but you're just so resistant. Like, allow yourself to be rebirthed. Okay. Loosen your grip. We're cyclical beings, and Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going of the tides and the seasons and the moons cycles. If you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to are so often those we most need to let go of. The food, the substances, the relationship, the job, the people pleasing. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space. The thing you want to control so much is exactly the lesson the Spirit's trying to teach you. Like, if you would just not try to control that, it could be something even more magnificent, but you think that your control is what's making it special. The part we're most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered, something that doesn't serve us, or clinging to it for fear of it not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. I'm going to say that again. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part we're most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered, by not allowing love into that space and fluidity into that space and surrender into that space, or by clinging to it for fear of it not staying on its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course of Miracles tells us whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. Your dreams, your creations, your love life. Leave it empty. Allow the possibility of it. It's not a problem. Sadhguru just had this beautiful video, and I added the quote to my vision board was, you think that every situation is a problem, but every situation is a possibility. There's a possibility of love. There's a possibility of longevity. There's a possibility of brilliance with your creations. It's not a problem. The fact that you need to figure out, the fact that you need to create the book is not a problem. It's a possibility. The fact that you want to start your own business, there's not a bunch of problems. There's a bunch of possibilities in front of you, right? So reframing our how we see things. Indeed, okay. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to, right? So whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. Deep breath. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. If this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip, give up control, and to release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter, to surrender all that feels dense to the divine. Levity, baby. Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it may stay. And you can be sure that it is for you. Will find you. Whatever is for you will find you. And you'll breathe easier, knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength. Right? I got to do everything alone. I got to figure it all out. To surrendering to the grace of life. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? All right. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? So our lovers, right? I'm afraid to let them go. Because what if they leave? What if I'm afraid to not speak to them every day? Because what if they have met someone else? And I can tell you by practicing non-monogamy, by us allowing ourselves the freedom to leave space for other people to enter our lives, we've let them in and they leave, but we stay, right? We leave it empty to see, well, what's being filled here, and what's being filled in the non-monogamy that I'm in is trust, is appreciation, right? I'm not clinging like, oh, what if he likes someone else? It's like, no, but even when I do talk to someone else, even when people do go on other dates, that I always feel more appreciative of the person that I'm with, the people and men that I've chosen. I feel really appreciative because the comings and goings of others, it's not like a comparison, but it just lets you know, like, oh, this is what happens when I just allow other dynamics to come and go. I'm releasing the insecurity, right? That someone will be better than me, and realizing that no one could ever be me, right? Because I've let go of the fear, because I've loosened my grip on fear of somebody being a better match for them, I'm like, but no one is me. So yeah, anyway. And last but not least, we the Hawthorns. Let's see a little bit of message. I know this is getting long, y'all, but whew. Another coming back to the web that I was telling you guys, right? We are interconnected, we are interlinked. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, right? The formless, the things in the unknown, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. What did I say? That heaviness, like, you think you're gonna run out? Right? That Reiki session that we had earlier, you think you're gonna run out of love? You have so much and so much more coming to you if you just allow it the space to. If you stop covering and being antsy and mistrustful, there's more love coming in, actually. Right? And polyamory says that too. Like, man, I have so much love to give just to one partner. Like, I want to love on as many people as possible. Now, also, you can do that in monogamy if you keep and maintain the other relationships in your life, because often what monogamy does is it completely cuts you off from the world. That's what's wrong with modern monogamy, is that there are no other relationships. So the only love that we're being given and reciprocated is through our children and our partners. And so, yeah, that's a lot. But if you just allowed yourself to still have other friendships of the opposite sex, still just have friendships, period, and keep and maintain those, there would be a sense of fulfillment, because the love is having somewhere to go, and then more love is coming in. And like, it's just infinity symbol, y'all. I don't know what else to tell you. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself up to receiving the overflow of love flooding towards you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. All right, y'all. That was a lot. I love y'all so much. This was beautiful. Please send, share, like, subscribe. Share this with somebody that you think that would really benefit from it. Send them just a little timestamp because you guys can do that as well. Loving you oh so much. Oh so proud of you. We are doing this and in this together. Thank you, Spirit. I want to close this by saying thank you. Thank you to your receptivity. Allow these messages to guide and permeate through the rest of this week and the weeks following. Trust that everything that you need will be distilled into divine wisdom, and your body and your cells know it. That's why there was resonance today, because you already know. This was just a loving reminder. Peace.